What's up, y'all? Welcome to Broad Street. Welcome to episode 261. Welcome to the NFL Draft Reaction Edition of Birds of Broad Street with your boy, Goop Connor. First of all, how everybody doing today? Secondly, we got a poll. And the poll is, how did Howie Roseman do in the draft? 1 is good, great. 2 is good. 3 is okay. And 4 is That's what the picks are. Okay? Let me say this again. The picks are, as y'all can see, great. That's number 1. Good. Number 2. Okay. Is number 3. It's number 4. Make your picks. Make your mother trucking picks. Okay? And while you do that, y'all know what we must do. Right? I see y'all. Y'all like the shorts that I give y'all. If you want some more, you hit that subscribe button. You hit that notification bell. You like, subscribe, and comment to Birds of Broad Street. And me, and Simone, and One Trey Rock, and Smitty. The gang will all be here sooner than later. You got Simone, hardest working woman in sports. Smitty at work, and Trey with the kids. But let's get to the word of the day. Word of the day, dogs. Howie Roseman drafted some dogs in the NFL draft. He also exercises some fifth-year options for some dogs, which we'll talk about right here and right now, ladies and gentlemen, because we do got some breaking news. Jalen Carter, the Philadelphia Eagles get, fifth-year option for Jalen Carter and fifth-year option for Nolan Smith. I love the moves, man. I love the moves. Fifth-year options for Jalen Carter, for Mr. Carter. Tell me where you been. They been asking, they been this, and they been wondering why. Hey, Mr. Carter. I love it, man. Which means we did the same thing with Jordan Davis, y'all. We did the same thing with Jordan Davis. We gave him a fifth-year option, and then we gave that man a contract extension. Like, we did the exact same thing for Jalen Carter. I freaking love the moves. I love the fifth-year option. All I ask, get the contract extension done. Let's sign these boys. Let's bring them home. Let's bring them in for long-term extensions and deals. We know what we got to do. We got to do it. I love it, man. I love the signings. I really do. Now, just because we gave Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith fifth-year options, the work is not finished. We need some more O-line. We need some more safety. Right? We need the Flyers to be better because they're down by 1. But I love the 5th-year options for Jordan, Jalen Carter, and Nolan Smith. They deserved it. They earned it. Now all we need is for them to get their contract extensions. That's why you got a great general manager like Howie Roseman, y'all. Didn't hesitate. Got them 5th-year extensions done. Right? Got them 5th-year extensions done. And I guarantee you that contract extension for Jalen Carter is coming. That contract extension, we exercise the 5th-year options for Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith through 2000. Yeah, that's going to get done. That's going to get done. Like, to all those who say, I don't know if it's going to get done, it's going to get done. Like, if you're Howie Roseman, do you really think you're going to let Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter walk out the door? Let's be serious. Do you really think Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith is going to walk out the door? I don't think so. Like, I don't think so. Right. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling. Because I love it. Jalen Carter got his contract, his 5th-year option, and so did Nolan Smith. Way to go, fellas. Way to go. So let's go ahead and let's talk about the draft. Let's talk about the draft and break it down. What up, William? When it comes to the 2025 NFL draft, when it comes to that draft, this will work. A plus. Or no, not A plus. I'll give it a solid A. Y'all let me know, because we got a poll. We do got a poll. When it comes to the 2026 end of, how did he do? I think he did a great job, in my honest opinion. Bring y'all down a little bit. I think old Howie T did a great job in this draft. Was there some stuff that he could be better at? Yeah. Like, I was surprised and shocked when we got Makai Gucci. That man on the chain with that vegan cats. I was surprised. I was. Sorry. I was surprised. Because I thought we was going to go O-line. That's what I thought, because we had A.J. Brown, right? O-line. That's what I thought we was going to go. Nope. Howie Roseman said we ain't going O-line. We'll do that next time. Let's go get Makai Levin. And I want to start there. Let's go to Makai Levin. That man on the chain with the vegan cats. I was surprised by this show. Y'all don't understand. I was surprised by this. What's up, y'all? Here's the poll. I was surprised by Makai Lemon, but let me see. Shout out. 1. There you go, Cactus Man. Yep. Makai Lemon. I was surprised when they made that announcement because I really was. But hey, here we are. Here we are. I got no problem with Makai Lemon. I really don't. Right. Nina! I'm hoping that the draft, Nina, for you was a big old victory! Woo! That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it was, Nina, and if it was, put a vote. Because I love the Makai Lemon. Y'all let me know. For some Makai Lemon. Because I love the move. Love the draft. There you go. There you go. I'm glad you did. For me, Makai Lemon, look. We all know what the Makai Lemon means. We do. And I'll accept that. And I accept that. And I'm gonna give it an A. What grade would y'all give Makai Lemon? Yeah. Yeah. A plus. There you go. Keep it up, y'all. I was muted. Trey was in the chat. What up, Trey?
What's up, brother?
Not much. How you doing, Coach?
Man, I can't complain, man.
How them kids, man? I saw you on Instagram and stuff. How was the kids?
Man, they doing well. I actually went back down to the 6U, so I got 5 and 6 year olds again. I went back down to coach the babies, man.
There you go. So yeah, man, we was talking about the NFL draft, but let's move back and let's talk about the 5th-year options for Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good sign, man. Anytime a 5th year option is picked up, it's still the option that they can be extended that year or the following year. So it's looking like it's really like a prove it year right now for Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. And I feel like they're gonna step up to the task.
Yep. For me, so you think the Jalen Carter extension is coming up soon, or what you think?
I know with them picking up their 5th year option, I'm pretty sure one of them is going to get extended. Um, Either Nolan or Carter. But the only thing that kind of scared me with that is they just extended Jordan Davis too. So what? We're gonna have close to like 60 mil tied up in the D tackles. Like, oh, it's kind of scaring me a little bit, honestly.
Go ahead and talk about it. What scares you about it?
All right, so with Eagles and Eagles history, we never really paid 2 defensive tackles. Um, Remember if it was Fletch and Jurgens, we let Jernigan, we let Jernigan walk.
Yep.
If it was the other one that came from Pittsburgh, what's his name? The one that went to the 49ers. He's slipping my mind right now.
Yeah, I know what you. Yeah.
Yeah, we let him walk. So it's like the Philadelphia Eagles never had that much money tied up in just 2 defensive tackles. So um it's kind of scaring me a little bit because we re-signed Jordan Davis this year to a big contract. And I don't know, man. That's gonna be a lot of money tied up. Plus you got Quinion and all them coming up next year. And Cooper DeJean was a 2nd round pick, so he only got 4 years. So we have to pay him. So it's kind of scaring me. Like a lot of the talent gonna walk out of away from the Eagles next year.
Right. So who you think needs this extension more, Trey? As we keep this up, Nolan Smith or Jalen Carter?
Well, if it was up to me and it was between Nolan and Jalen, I'm letting Nolan walk because because of the injury history. Nolan Smith has missed a good amount of games in his first few years in the NFL. So, I mean, that's kind of concerning. Also, the Jalen Carter shoulder injury is kind of concerning too, because usually Howie Roseman would be in a rush to get his dogs. Somebody like a Jalen Carter re-sign, and us picking up this 5th year option that don't guarantee we're gonna re-sign him this year. So that's why I say I'm looking at it like both of them is like really like a prove it type deal for both of them. They're gonna get a nice amount of money off this 5th year option, but I mean that's basically like playing on a 1 year contract. So I don't know. It's kind of scaring me because, like I said, Quinyon gonna be on his what probably his 4th year. Cooper DeJean, he done after this. He has to get re-signed, or he's gonna be a free agent after this year. So um, I don't know. It just kind of like I feel like if we don't push, we don't kind of get some shit done now. It's gonna come back to kind of bite us in our ass like it did this year when we had all those guys walk away. So I mean, hopefully Howie. I mean, I knowing Howie, he gonna try to keep all of them if he can, but it's kind of starting to look like that to me, honestly.
Yep. So let's go ahead and let's talk about these draft picks. First off, we was just talking about it. Hey, Eagle girl, we just about to talk about it, girl. So not Nolan, Makai Lemon at first round at number 20.
That's
Talk
what
to
I just
us.
said. That's what I hold on. Who's but cats? Yes, that's what I just said. I was referring to next year. Not this year. I was referring to next year. Like, all right, let's not signing Jalen Carter this year. Like re-signing him to the deal this year. It's going to run into that because Cooper DeJean has to get signed. He's a second-year player. I mean, he's a second-round player. He only got 4 years on his contract, so his will be up next year. Quiniana had to get his fifth-year option picked up. So that if we're gonna get it done, the best time to do it is now because now it doesn't run into that. That's what I was saying, basically. I know they don't have to get re-signed this year.
Right. So let me go back to Eagle Girl. Hey, Cool Cat in chat. Miss you guys. Great draft picks. Go Birds. Damn right. So go ahead about Makai Lemon, your thoughts and your grade.
Mikal, I was kind of a little up and down about this pick because we drafted Mikal Lemon at number 20. That's a position you usually have to get on the field right away. But we also brought in these veteran wide receivers, so it's like where he gonna fit in the mix because he's not really an X right now. That's probably gonna be Devontae because him being an X and his size and speed and stuff like that right now is gonna be kind of problem because he's gonna be going up against dudes like Patrick Surtain and stuff like that. So he's gonna be a dude you kind of got to move around in the formation at the beginning while he getting his feet wet. So I was kind of up and down like this the size factor. It's like well he's 5'11", he ran like a 4.5. That's average speed, but the upside is he a dog. He fights every possession. He has great football speed, and he kind of got the shorter arms and stuff like that. But he coming out, I kind of compare him to Jackson Smith and Jigma at Ohio State, where they was great route runners. They fight for contested ball, stuff like that. And I hear a lot of people saying St. Brown, but this dude had way more production in college than St. Brown did. So it's like, he's giving me that similarity in the NFL, but you also can use this dude on like punt and kick returns and stuff like that. So I'm kind of a little 50-50 about it. It's just like a wait and see to me because we didn't see dudes like Makai Lemon come into the NFL and not succeed. And we also seen dudes like Steve Smith come into the NFL and they ball out. So, I mean, it's just a way to see with me how we going to use him, where we going to put him at, like how his first year really going to be, honestly.
Right. I'm with you. It's a wait and see for all these guys, especially Makai Lemon. So it's a wait and see. So let's go ahead to our next pick of the draft. We got Eli Stewart's for 10 a tight end in the second round. Your thoughts and grade for Eli?
I love this. I actually love this this draft pick because he doesn't have to start right away. He's sitting behind one of the best tight ends in the NFL. So he could watch, he could learn. He's gonna get on the field, get his touches, but he doesn't have to be the number one tight end coming right off the bat. Dallas Goedert coming off his best season as an NFL pro. Why wouldn't you want to sit behind him, learn stuff like that? So I mean, he got to work a little bit more on his blocking. He's not really an inline tight end. He's more of a mismatch nightmare. You can flex him out. He has the speed to beat safeties and nickel corners and linebackers. He's a good route runner. And he has great hands. His biggest problem starting off is going to be inline blocking because sometimes if we do get into them 12 personnel situations, he's going to have to put his feet in the ground and drive one of them defensive ends back. So this is a great situation for him. He gets to sit behind one of the best tight ends in the league and just grow his first year.
Yep. So what grade for Eli? Or you don't have one yet?
I get his grade, this draft grade. I give this one I give it an A.
Yep. You don't got one for Makai Lemon either?
I'm gonna give Makai Lemon. I'm gonna give him a B plus. I'm gonna give that one a B plus.
All right. Yep, I agree with both grades as well. So we did get a trade in this draft. The Philadelphia Eagles traded with the Minnesota Vikings to get Jonathan Grenard What's your reaction, Grenard, and what's your grade for this?
I give this one an A+. We needed a veteran, a seasoned pass rusher to help string along those younger guys. This dude is a dog, man. I watched him in Minnesota for years. Um, Last year he kind of was little banged up and stuff like that, but the production speaks for itself. He has two double sack seasons. The dude is top 10 in pressures, and bro, he just even hearing him on his interview, he sounds like a leader. He's going to come in and be a leader in this locker room. So, I mean, look, I can't complain about this pick at all. This trade at all. We needed that veteran presence to help Nolan, help Jalen Hunt, all those dudes with that rotation wise, and he coming in and it sounds like he's not playing. So I'm gonna give this one an A+.
Yep, I agree with you. What's your thoughts on what he said in his press conference? He said it's a different environment coming here to Philly, where we talking about championships and rings, and Jalen texted him and said, "Let's go get another one." To compare this to what he felt in Minnesota and Houston.
I mean, coming into a winning environment is just different, especially when you have dudes that been in this culture for a while. It's not like they just bringing all these players together. Like these dudes been here for a while. They know the system. They know how. Well, not the system. They know the Philadelphia system. They know the fan base. They know there's always going to be ups. There's going to be downs. But as long as we stay together, we gonna make it work. So I feel like a lot of players feel that way coming into Philadelphia. Like, damn, man, like I went from Minnesota like barely scratching the surface, making the playoffs and stuff like that, to a perennial Super Bowl contending team. Is like, bro, you going to be your energy is going to be way different. That's why I feel like he gonna ball out over here.
I agree. I agree. He looked happy to be, and to think he found out about this contract extension while he was at a 76ers game. So, yeah. The next guy that we got was Markel Bell, tackle from Miami. Troy, what's your reaction to him and grade?
Nasty. I'll let this pick up. He's a nasty, nasty player, bro. He plays tough, gritty. Bro, this dude, you could slide him into that guard position. Honestly, his first year, he don't even have to touch the field as a tackle. You could slide him into that guard position, let him compete with all the rest of the guards. But he's probably gonna be one of your best run blockers. I mean, as a rookie, honestly. Besides like probably Landon, he's gonna be one of your best run blockers. So Saquon Barkley is going to be very happy about this one because he could line up, get behind this dude, and won't even get touched. Probably 5 yards down the field. So I feel like this was a great pickup. He could kind of transition into that tackle position, but I feel like his first year he's probably gonna be playing guard. He's gonna be starting guard for us. So I'll give this one an A+ too.
Yep, I'm giving this one an A+ as well. So this is where things get interesting. Well, it really isn't, but still. The Philadelphia Eagles get Cole Payton, backup quarterback in my opinion. But go ahead, Trey. What's your reaction to the Eagles drafting Cole?
I think this one was kind of interesting to me because I feel like this guy he kind of gives me that Carson Wentz vibe. Like he can use his legs. He has a strong arm. And he played in kind of the same system. So they kind of bring him in just for development purposes. And I feel like he's gonna do well, man. And this kind of gives me a hint that we probably gonna trade our second quarterback. What's his name again?
Tanner McGee.
Yeah, we probably gonna probably that time to get rid of Tanner, let him go somewhere where he could compete for a starting job. And this dude would be a great replacement for him because he kind of has the same traits. Besides, Tanner is not as mobile as him, but this dude's strong arm. He's a gamer. Um, and I feel like he could compete for that second quarterback spot behind Jalen. So I mean, I'm gonna give this probably like a B-.
Yep. Yep, I'm with you. I'll give it a B- as well. He got some work to do. I will say that, but I'm with you. I'm giving him a B minus. So the next guy we got, wait, did I? No, I didn't. The guy we got next in the sixth round is Makai Morris, guard from Georgia. Talk to me, Trey. Your grade and reaction.
These two, I'm not even gonna lie. These two offensive tackles the offensive linemen that we picked, it shows me that we trying to get back to that run dominant offense again, and probably gonna be living off. I ain't gonna say living off, but we probably gonna be a little bit more fluid in the play action game because these two dudes road graders. Like Michael Morris was a road grader at Georgia. He was moving shit off the line of scrimmage. So it's like, I mean, both of them gonna have to get better at pass blocking, but I feel like they natural run blockers, both of them. Michael Morris to me, he has to work on his hips a little bit more, staying low, but once he get his hands on you, it's a wrap. He move you down 10 yards down the field every time. So I feel like we about to go back to that run dominant offense, where we moving up off play action and stuff like that. So Howie Roseman kind of really giving us the blueprint to what they're trying to do. Honestly, I give this one an A+ too.
Yep, I'm with you. I'm giving this an A plus, and I like what you said when it comes to our two offensive tackles that we got. That we're trying to go back to our run stopping ways. So I agree with you on there, and I also give him a A as well. The next guy we draft was uh, Cole, a safety from Texas Tech. What's your reaction to him and your grade?
Cole Wesnewski, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched Texas Tech defense a lot this year, and they had dogs on every level. And this Wesnewski, he was one of them, man. At that safety position, he kind of give me that Reed Blankenship vibe, where I mean he plays well in coverage, but he's more playing closer to the line of scrimmage where he's stopping and running all of those screens and stuff like that. I feel like that's how Vic gonna play him in his defense if he does touch the field because, I mean, you can use him as like an extra linebacker type safety, but he does play well in coverage too. Like zone coverage, he plays well in zone coverage. I don't really like him too much in man to man coverage, man. I don't think we're gonna play him if he does touch the field. I don't think we're gonna play him too much in that. But the aggressiveness, sideline to sideline speed, tackling, he's a sure tackler, and he did catch a couple picks while he was at Texas Tech, but also he's kind of stepped into the same kind of defense where you got dogs on every level. So it's kind of going to be an easier transition for him than if he would have went to somewhere like Oakland or Dallas or somewhere where the defense really not that good. Like you got to be a traditional type playmaker. In this defense, we got playmakers all over the field. So I feel like he'll fit right in well with that. So I'm gonna get this one right here. I'll probably get this one like a B+.
Right. You think he can take Reed Blankenship? You think he can be better than Reed Blankenship, or what do you think as a safety? What do you think the level of, what do you think he can be, Trey?
He give me that combination of confidence and aggression. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Not like a Sidney Brown type aggressive where he's missing hella tackles and stuff like that. He just is a natural aggressive football player. So I feel like he's a little bit faster than Reed Blankenship. I don't know how he's going to do with the coming in and learning the coverages, Vic Fangio scheme and stuff like that. Um, I feel like Reed Blankenship transitioned into this defense well because he was a smart football player. Like he studied, he did his research and all. Like, so if he come in with that same type attitude, I feel like he's a way better athlete than Reed Blankenship. And I feel like he'll fit well in this defense if he get a shot.
Right. So next up, we got Uba Bernard, Trey.
All right, so this one right here, man, it's just like it's basically like a richest type pick. It's like, all right, The dude never played football in his life. So, I mean, Jared Mailata never played football in his life. He's going to be a development guy. He probably be on the practice squad for a couple of years to see if we could develop him. But the physical traits is off the charts. The
Mm-hmm.
dude is 100% muscle. Like he's a muscle hamster. So, I mean, if we could turn him into a football player, bro, it's just basically like you just got a creative player and you just you just taught him how to play football. He has all the physical traits. He can jump, he can run, he he bench out this world is like it's just getting the technique down. He's not gonna really touch the field probably the first couple of years because these offensive linemen been playing football their whole life. These starting offensive linemen, they've been playing football their whole life. You don't got no moves, no combination moves. He gotta really sit back and learn the game. And once he do that, I feel like he could be a great football player. I'm gonna give this one right here. I'll probably give this one like a C minus.
I agree with you. You think what's the upside to him? You think he's a part of the 53-man roster? You think like what's the upside?
No, he's definitely gonna be a practice squad player, probably his first 1 to 2 years, depending on his development process. He probably will touch the field for us in a real game, probably till like his third year in the league. Honestly, in my opinion, but like I said, I don't know his development process. So maybe he can be one of those dudes that come in. He's just an ultra athletic freak, and you can't just not put him on the field because how good he is. But at the end of the day, he don't know the game. He don't know the game. He don't know the offensive line tricks. He don't know the defensive tackle tricks. He don't. All he knows is he just athletic. It's just all athleticism at this point with him. Once he get the technical part down pat, I feel like he's probably going to be a great player for us. But like I said, that's these dudes been playing football their whole life. That's not something you could just learn overnight. So I give him probably like a good year or two when he really learning the game. He out there, he got the equipment on. He really going up against, I mean, veteran offensive linemen and NFL pro offensive linemen and stuff like that. And he depending on how you take the training and stuff, he might be a great player. Who knows?
Yep. Who knows? Two more picks left, and then we'll talk about Howie Roseman, and then we'll get ready to wrap up. The next one we got is it's the last pick, to be honest with you. So our last draft pick is Keyshawn James Newby. So what's your reaction to him and grade, Trey?
All right, me watching him in college. I feel like he's gonna make his money right, right off the bat, probably at like special teams. He's gonna be a special teamer. If he can make the roster, he's gonna be a special teamer, and eventually he probably can work his way up on the roster, depending on his attitude, grit, and how he approaches the game. So, I mean, you can't you can't poo-poo the athleticism and the talent, but he did go in the seventh round for a reason. So, I mean, he got to work on. He got to get in the. He got to get in the gym. He gonna have to work on his physical stuff, and I feel like he gonna make his money as a special team player. And there's nothing wrong with that because he's a seventh round pick. So, I mean, I'll get this one right here. I'll probably get this like a C.
Yep. So now, when you look at the draft class as a whole, before we get to Howie Roseman himself, what grade would you give this draft class?
I feel like our first four picks was all steals, man. Our first four picks because nobody thought that the tight end was gonna fall that far. He was in my opinion, he was the second, right behind Sadiq. And honestly, I feel like he's a better football player than Sadiq. Sadiq just a better athlete. Like Sadiq got the speed and stuff like that. That he match up well against like linebackers and stuff like that. And he just a better athlete. But this dude is a better pure football player. Like hands wise, he doesn't drop many passes. He's not slow. He can run. Um, I feel like he's going to be a mismatch nightmare. So I feel like they was 1A and 1B to me. So we got to steal with the tight end. Nobody thought Makai Lemon was going to fall that far. All we did 20. So that's a steal on his own. and this dude is a ultra competitor. So, and the two offensive tackles we got, I mean the offensive linemen we got, I feel like they fit well in the system. Man, they both great run blockers, and they could work a little bit on they pass blocking, but they both great run blockers. So overall, I'm gonna get this an A. I'm gonna get this draft an A.
Yep, I'm with you. I'm giving the draft class an A as well. And also, let's talk about Howie Roseman. When you saw the draft picks, what grade would you give Howie Roseman for these draft picks?
I mean, we look this is just like a constant thing. Like Howie Roseman is he's just different when it comes to this GM thing, man. It's like when it comes to the draft, even trading for Gennard, it's like, bro, we didn't think we was going to even have enough money to do that. So it's like they traded for him and they signed him. So it's like, look, overall, Howie Roseman, man, in my opinion, he the best GM in football. And I'm not the only one that say it. Even the aficionados and the people that know a little bit more football than me, they also say it. Like at the end of the day, once Howie Roseman is gone, bro, he's definitely a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
But once he's gone, you're gonna see the difference in the culture. Like this dude really he really like that. Man. So I'm gonna give Howie Roseman an A plus.
Yep. Same here, man. A plus plus. Be grateful you got a general manager that wheels and deals, y'all. Be thankful you got a general manager that does what he does, because the second he walks out the door, it's going to be looking a whole lot different than what you're seeing now. So I'm agree with Trey. I'm giving him a A plus, man. But yeah, man, I think that's all that we covered for the day. So next week's episode, we'll be bringing you guys some news and updates and getting ready for the NFL schedule. So let's go ahead and let's give our final thoughts, Trey. What's your final thoughts as we close the chapter to the NFL draft and we gear up for who we're facing week one?
Man, look, bro. I know everybody look at the off season like it's boring, stuff like that. We can't wait to
Yeah.
get back to football. It's like, look, it is. I'm not even gonna lie. This be the worst time for me, especially when my Sixers struggling. So, I mean, football almost back though. Football is almost back. I know y'all see the kids outside, they running around in the equipment. They look, bro, that's how you know when football about to come back. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait. And it's gonna float. Now we done got through all of the draft and all that. Now it's just look, we waiting for mini camps, training camp,
Yep.
and next
Yep.
thing you know, man, them preseason games gonna start rolling around, and it's gonna be football. It's gonna get chilly outside. It's gonna be football again. Like, bro, I always say once June hit, the end. It's the end of the year for real, for real. You gotta look
Mm-hmm.
at like cause the summer fly. Once September hit, kids back at school. Then you got Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. It's the end of the year. So look, football right around the corner, man. I'm excited as hell right now. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like the Eagles, they covered everything that they needed to cover. I feel like they got the right offensive lineman in there. We got a boatload of weapons. Our defense is still gonna be sturdy as ever. So we gonna be right back fighting for that Lombardi again, bro. It's your boy One Trey Rock. I'm out of here.
And for me, y'all, listen, the draft picks is done. The draft picks is over. Now it's time to find out who's going to be on the 53-man roster. That's mandatory minicamp, training camp, preseason, on OTAs. We got to figure out who we're facing week one. That means the schedule's getting released in 2 to 3 weeks, which means you'll be seeing me, Simone, and Trey, probably with LB at some of your favorite games. So keep an eye out for which games that we'll be going to. Listen, September will be here faster than a hawk, y'all. So I advise you, save your money, spend time with your family, because the second that schedule gets released and the second we get closer to summertime, football will be here. So for Moan, Trey, your boy, and Smitty, fly Eagles fly, go birds. Like Trey said, we out here, and you're always welcome to Broad Street. Lights out.